Hi guys, Ghost Kampachi here. So for this video we're going to use the topic on what to focus on when you start War and Order, or you can also use it as a farm guide. Now the first point what I'm going to raise is resources are very important when you start, because you need resources to do research, you need resources to create troops. So resources is a very main focus point. So the main point where you want to start is by building your farms and sawmills. Okay, with time you'll get your stone mines, and also later on you'll get your iron mines. Now I'm going to use one of my farms for this video only for the reason it's mainly just focused to farm. Okay, so let me show you the research to focus on. Okay, let's go to research. Alright, here you got your resources. So your research on the resources section is very important to max out as much as you can. Doesn't matter what castle level you are, how early you are in the game, focus on this. Even if you just started War and Order, just focus on on the research for resources, as this will definitely benefit you. Okay, as you can see, I still have a lot of research to do in here, but I'm just saving up all the resources that I can. This is only for my main castle that I want to save all my resources as much as possible. Second, or the third point, is the correct troops to use for farming. Now, the best troops to use will definitely be your Dragon Riders. They are only level 2, yes, and their battle power is only 1.5, HP 227, but that's not the reason why you create them. You need to focus on the load. Their load is 18. Now that's quite a lot. I mean, I can make 980 of these troops, so it can just do the math. 980 times 18. That's a lot of resources. A big load you can bring in, eh? When you go a bit up with the levels of your troops, you'll see the elite light cavalry. Its load is only 16. Then you also get the heavy dragon rider where the load is 20. Now the load is much more than your level 2, just a normal dragon rider. That's true, but look in what you use when you need to create the heavy dragon rider. You need to use stone as well to create these troops. How I see it is they use stone for the armor of the dragon rider. Okay, so it's much better to use the dragon rider because you're only going to use food and wood to create these troops. Stone is very important, and a very rare type of resource to get, especially in the early time of War and Order. So we've got one where it's your resources, your resource mines, your sawmills, your farms, iron mines and stone mines that are very important that you need to create as soon as possible and max them out. You have your research that you need to focus on, and that will be the resource section. Okay. Also a very important thing on the research is where in your military section you need to focus on your legion. Now this raises the max number of your marching armies that you have. To have more marching armies is better because you're going to take a very long time to gather only stone, for example, by using one march every time. So your main focus point will be Legion 3, where you will have 4 marches at the end of the day. But to get here you'll need a level 19 castle. As you can see, I only have Legion 2, where I have 3 marching armies, and my castle level is level 18. So yes, I can go to level 19, but like I said, I am saving up my resources for my main castle. Okay, the other point we just touched on was the correct troops to use in your farming, and that will be your cavalry, level 2, the normal dragon rider, because its load is 18 and it only uses food and wood. Okay, then it's a very basic point, but it's very important. Join alliance as soon as possible. When you start the game, even if you have playing this game for 2 years and never joined the alliance, you need to join alliance because they can always help you. They can even assist you by sending you resources. Let's take, for example, let's take this Ghost Kakashi here. I can assist him by sending him food, wood, stone, or iron. So you can send out, if you're on the alliance, you can request, listen here, I need iron to upgrade my castle. That's one of the main points why they put in this function. But please just remember, it can get annoying sometimes when you ask every day for resources. You also need to go out and gather your own resources. Then the other point why you need to join an alliance is for the fact of elite mines. So I'm going to alliance buildings, and then alliance elite mines. You'll see we only have like 8 elite mines, but that doesn't matter because every mine helps. Now this is a new elite mine that just opened up, and it has 1.8 million food in it. That's a lot of resources. Your normal mines, like for example this level 3 sawmill here, only has 180k wood in it. Now that is enough, but I mean the elite mine you can gather almost twice as much as on a normal mine. So that is also a very important reason why to join an alliance, and make sure you have enough elite mines in that alliance as well, especially if you are the leader or one of the deputies. Okay, so one of the other main focus points on when farming or when you just start is your castle level. Now don't rush into just getting at level 31 as soon as possible. Your castle is level 31, but meanwhile only one of your farms are level 1 or level 2. Max out everything as far as you can. So level 18, I am castle level 18. Everything is level 18 here, not yet, but it's on its way. Make sure you upgrade all, especially your resource mines, to the max level of your castle. Also very important to upgrade will be your training grounds. The reason why I say this is because training grounds always give you more recruitment. So for instance, my max recruitment is 90 per training ground. For each time I upgrade it goes +5, and your recruitment speed also increases. So that's also very important. For farming, the medic tent is not that important. I will not focus on that so much when I farm, because you're not going to attack people that you need your medic tents. Just focus on resources. Now also another thing is your lord skills that you have. Now because this is one of my main farms, I did split it up between war and development, but if you just go farming, you just focus on your development. You get as much of these lord skills in development as you can. Sorry, just want to go back here. Okay, so when my opinion is boost your castle up until level 10. You can, it's very contradicting what I'm saying, but you can rush a little bit up until level 10. When you reach level 10, you castle, max everything out up until 10, and then from there on, when you upgrade your castle to level 11, upgrade everything to 11, and so forth. Because your main point is to reach level 15 castle. Because if you reach level 15 castle, then you can do your research on Legion to get 3 marches, and also you unlock stone and you unlock iron mines as well. Iron mines you only unlock on level 15, stone mines you unlock a bit at level 10 if I'm not mistaken. So when you reach castle level, let's say about 12 or 13, then you can focus a bit more on your other research, like your military, your development, your city defense, just to make your castle a bit stronger. Because not only if you're just a farmer or using one of your castles as a farm, it needs to be strong, especially during wars or void wars, so it's just strong enough to handle any attacks from any enemies. So the other thing that is also very important will be your equipment that you have. You don't have to focus that much on the color, if it's green, white, or blue, or purple, or orange. It doesn't matter which color it is. It's obviously better to have a higher color, because it means it's very strong or more efficient. But what you need to focus on is the stats that you get from this, from your equipment that you have. So on this farm, I have not focused more on the resources. I have focused more on a bit of attack, attack or defending. You'll see my army size limit has increased, the HP of my troops, once again army size limit has increased, research speed and attacks of some of my troops has also increased. So this castle was used more for attack and defending my other farms, because I like to call this farm or this farm castle of mine is my depot farm. It is more there it's more like a bank for my farms. Also a very important point when you are in the alliance is the donation. Now, when you are more in a farm alliance, you need to donate for farming reasons. So to plant flags at this stage in our alliance is very important to get more territory. So you make this your research priority, so that you can plant more flags to get more territory and to get more elite mines. Producing is one of the main research alliance technology research that you need to do when you're in a farm alliance. War is not that much important, because it's just for farming. And then your plant flags, alliance expansion. Your alliance expansion is very important because it raises the max number of alliance members that you have in the alliance. So especially if you are a very big farming alliance. On the other hand, if you are not doing this for farming and you're doing this for more basic attack sort of alliance, alliance that is not there for farming but more for the war of the game, you'll focus more on the war section of the alliance technology, increasing your attack bows or your attack staff for mages and archers. You also have your resilient rider for the cavalry and so forth. So that's very important to have it. Guys, that will be the guideline of farming and just for a new start in War and Order. If you have any comments, just put it down below in the comment section, and if you like the video, just remember to press that like button. Guys, King Pachi, we'll see you again.